Here comes Jesus. This is a 12-week journey through the Gospel of Mark. My name is Christopher Harrison, and I'll be guiding you through with a couple of videos, a story for each of the sessions. May God bless you in them. Another one of my favorite stories. There was once a self-important man who was driving down the highway in his magnificent vehicle with his wife next to him. He realized he was running out of fuel, so he looked for the closest petrol station and pulled in there. On the arrival at the petrol pump, they discovered, both of them, that the petrol attendant was one of the wife's previous boyfriends before she was married. And so while the petrol attendant was putting fuel into the tank, the wife got out of the car and stood and chatted to him, had a lengthy, animated, and obviously enjoyable conversation with him. Meanwhile, behind the steering wheel, the self-important man looked at the scenario and thought to himself, I know what my wife is thinking, as if any man knows what his wife is thinking. He thought to himself, she is thinking how glad she is that she's married me, the CEO of many companies, and one who drives such a magnificent vehicle. So, transaction finished. They are now driving away from the petrol station. The man then ventures to say this to his wife. Says, sweetheart, I know what you are thinking. You are thinking how glad you are that you married me, the CEO of many companies who drives such a magnificent vehicle, and that you didn't marry him who is now a petrol attendant. She then replies and says, no, that's not what I was thinking at all. In fact, what I was thinking is if I'd married him, he would have been the CEO of many companies, and you would have been the petrol attendant. Apologies to all CEOs and petrol attendants. I love to tell that story for one simple reason, that marriage changes us. And the paradoxes are two becoming one. The one who's the leader needs to be the greatest servant. These are the paradoxes. If you give up your life, you will gain it. If you invest your life in your marriage and your spouse and your family, it'll come back to you manyfold. And so the paradoxes are built on the principles that Jesus tries to instill in our world. That of love. Love God, love your neighbor. Be blessed.